Hello again and welcome back to Beyond the Book. We are continuing our exploration of education tools today. We are looking at a powerful virtual sandbox for physics teachers, which is Algodoo. Algodoo is a 2D simulation software that makes abstract physics concept visualizable. They make physics interactive to teach in a classroom. It's a fantastic tool for demonstrating principles as a teacher while also letting the students explore it on their own. Let's see how you, as a teacher, can use Algodoo to explain concepts, starting with Newton's first law of motion. Algodoo makes it easy to illustrate this fundamental law. First, the idea here is that an object at rest stays at rest unless a force acts on it. We can set up a simple block with a box tool in Algodoo, and we can show the students that unless an external force acts on it, this block will stay here for the rest of eternity. We can visualize an external force by creating a ball and having it hit the object, just like this. Then comes the second part. An object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and direction unless acted upon by a force. Now, after turning off gravity and air resistance, we can have the block suspend in mid-air and just give it a little push. The object will float on forever with no forces to stop it. This can easily help them visualize that when both gravity, air resistance, and friction are absent in the world, an object in motion will stay in motion unless until it collides with another object. In this manner, we can easily help the students visualize how motion continues unimpeded when there are no forces or other objects opposing it. This simulation easily helps students identify the Newton's first law. Beyond just demonstrating laws, Algodoo offers many ways to enhance your physics lessons. First, we have the ability to isolate forces that are universal in our world, like gravity. Or we can even turn off air resistance to demonstrate the famous experiment of gravity where you drop a heavy object and a lighter object to show that gravity is a constant force. We can also use it to select our material and play around with the density, the mass, the friction, and the restitution of our material. Friction can be turned off to zero to show all those hypothetical situations where we are talking about a frictionless surface. Like, let's take Atwood machine for example. The other key feature in Algodoo is the ability to visualize vectors. You can click on an object and its appearance to show velocity, momentum, and all the forces acting on a body. Here we can see that there is a velocity that is pushing upward, and this is the normal vector that arises from Newton's third law. The object is pushing downwards on the subject and it produces a force that is equal and opposite in direction. We can also throw it around to visualize the direction of velocity as well as all the Newtonian forces that acts on an object. We can play around with all these options that are able to visualize the abstractness of physics, which can help the students easily capture the concept. You can use the playback controls at the bottom to slow down, to speed up, or pause and rewind the simulation. This is vital for analyzing fast events like collisions or very complex interactions frame by frame. This allows for detailed observations. Next, you can challenge students to build their own scenarios. Simple machines, projectile setup, collision demos, anything you can think of. Algodoo is intuitive enough for them to experiment on their own. This promotes active learning and helps students intuitively capture the concepts. You can also use the inbuilt tools like the ruler, the protractor to get quantitative data from your physics experiment. This allows students to achieve an interdisciplinary learning which can help them connect physics to math and use the data for data analysis. Algodoo is more than just a demo tool. It's a hands-on virtual laboratory that allows teachers to break down complex physics into visual, interactive components and let students actively explore cause and effect. It's a wonderful resource for bringing physics to life beyond the static diagrams that we teachers love to draw on the board. I hope this focused look at using Algodoo gives you some practical ideas for your own teaching. Using such educational tools in the classroom allows you to train your students to think critically, promote logic, and provide an overall better learning experience. I hope you can introduce this simulation in your classroom and go beyond the bell for your students to help them have a better life.